Hey everybody, this is Barton here, and we're going to do the campaign in episode 2, I believe. Don't forget, if you liked what you saw last time, or even this time, don't forget to follow, check it out the next time. Yep, it's chapter 2. Why come I couldn't do it before?
The rest are just gold diggers who don't have a clue about how this business works.
Oh, crap. Oh, no. Drop my mouse.
Let's go. Time is money. Sometimes I think about giving everything up and dedicating my life.
In 1830, the prosperous industrial centers on the east coast of the United States of America were poorly connected to the mainland. Insufficiently developed toll roads and slow ship canals were the only options when making long journeys. Farmers, businessmen, and travelers lamented these long, arduous, and above all, unsafe transport routes. They were not only an inconvenience for travelers, but also shackles on an emergent nation's hunger to grow. But at this time, a development from England was taking its first steps and helped keep alive the hope of many cities in the East of reaching greater economic influence and growth.
I've been waiting for you. I'm Philip Evan Thomas. It's always been my dream to build a railroad to the Ohio River and beyond. That would help everyone, both the settlers and the natives. And I need your help with that. First of all, I have 2 tasks for you in order to build a base from where we can monitor further activities. But as I learned back when I was a bank clerk, the books must always balance. So take care to make a profit, even with these preliminary assignments.
Who's this new fish swimming in our pond? Greetings from the beautiful city of Charlotte.
In the train.
What was your name again? Beautiful stranger, wasn't it? Well, that's what you look like. Just let me know if you need help push-starting your trains.
Look, to be clear, I have nothing against strangers. Some of my best friends are strangers. But you're not from here, and New York is my city. That's where I do business. I say when the trains roll, where they're going, and why. As long as you don't get in my way, everything will be A-OK between us. A station in the middle of nowhere? This is a non-starter.
The bigger a city gets, the greater its demands get too. At some point, the goods from the immediate area will no longer be enough. That's where the railroad comes in handy. Now select Baltimore to take a closer look at the city. I see our two competitors have introduced themselves to you. They have different approaches and so will behave differently. Basically, however, they want to expand their rail networks and make a profit just like you do. So stay on guard and don't let them take advantage of you.
Alright, let's do a new train here. Can't add nothing to it yet.
Baltimore, where the headquarters of our firm is located, has a large clothing industry. The city therefore needs a constant supply of fabrics. In New York, on the other hand, the fashion-conscious customers are waiting for deliveries of ready-tailored goods.
Oh, don't make such a fuss. A bit of bad press never hurt anyone.
Lay a rail line between Baltimore and New York so that the clothing produced in Baltimore can be delivered to New York.
What's the deal with the station? Are you looking for a fight?
Say, are you a bit slow? I have already bid.
This technology is mine now. Thanks for your work.
I'll let you get on with your responsibilities. Stay alert. I will check on your progress from time to time.
How is it not taking it?
If you transport the clothing from Baltimore with your rail line, you will be making a considerable contribution to the growth of the industry. Everyone profits from that. Excellent. You can hire train crews in the staff dialogue window. Then you'll need to view the train details of the selected train to assign the staff to it.
Not what I wanted.
Now, open the train details of your most important train and assign an engineer and a stoker to it. You don't have first call on cities, farms, or mines. Of course, your transport income will fall if your competitors connect these to their rail networks. Tracks, locomotives, buildings, and cash all increase the value of your company. And the higher this is, the higher the price of your company stocks. Just as other companies buy stocks from you, you are able to buy some from them. If you do that, you will profit from the success of your competitors. You should buy stocks via the company dialogue window now.
I simply love Doc McTasty's extra creamy cream confections.
Call that a new locomotive? Does it have cannons as well?
Oh, give me a second. I need to use the restroom. Alright, I'm back.
Do you even know what you were bidding on?
Sure do.
Hey, thanks for trusting me, eh?
You can have a few crumbs of my success.
This should stay just between us, as it's, well, not entirely legal. But we need to keep all of our options open. A saboteur has applied for a job with you. If you send him to one of your competitors, he will make trouble for them. This can also cause their stock price to fall. You don't have to deploy saboteurs to do better than your competitors. You could deal with them in a more classy and legal way. Take a look at which routes are more lucrative and will ensure you become the most important transporter there. By the way, your competitor, Don Lorenzo, is a bit of a gang boss. You can imagine that he has good connections to bandits and saboteurs, so it's much easier for him to deploy such characters. You should have learned the most important aspects of your position by now. I'll let you get on with your responsibilities. Stay alert. I will check on your progress from time to time.
Kindly call off your headhunter.
Come on, setting 4.
How many businesses do you want to connect?
All of them. Oh, that quarry board on. There it is.
Say, are you a bit slow? I have already bid. I meant to clear it, damn it. Your trains might be fast, but do they also provide a decent level of comfort?
One day the railroad will reach all the way to the West Coast. Every day, huge crowds of people set out to cross the entire country, and the trains will continue to get faster. Don't look at me like that. We can't stop progress. A big dream has become reality. Baltimore now has a direct connection to the Great Lakes. This will speed up the trade of goods and help bring more prosperity to the city.
Unfortunately, one of your trains didn't make it. Did you know that I am speaking in Washington on behalf of some Indian tribes? They have granted me the title of Hiwa Nob, which means the benevolent one. Did you just claim another city again?
It's probably just another one of your little mistakes, but could it be that you just placed a bid?
I've pulled some strings to see whether anybody wants to switch sides. There's still room for a station here, don't you think?
What did you move into?
Unfortunately, one of your trains didn't make it. You can drive this locomotive straight to the scrapyard.
It angers me that to this day, nobody has erected a memorial to our founding father, George Washington. I hope that the disputes about it will be over someday, and I'll be the first to make a donation towards it.
Unfortunately, one of your trains didn't make it. There's another station here now.
That one's really high.
Let me show you how it's done.
but I had already connected that farm.
Come on, give me some money.
You really should pay more attention to the maintenance of your locomotives.
My brother spent some time in England. His accounts of how the railroad is used in mining there fascinated me. However, in America, we have considerably greater distances to overcome. A mammoth task.
Oh dear, there seems to be a little problem with one of your locomotives. Come on, budge your station over a bit. There's enough space here for the two of us.
It seems to me you're broke. Just this once, I'll help you out with some cash. Be more careful next time.
Oh, don't make such a fuss. A bit of bad press never hurt anyone.
I think it's a good idea to invest in you. What do you want with my shares anyway? There's another station here now.
Say, are you a bit slow? I have already bid.
I hope you don't mind if I go into competition with your station.
I believe that the railroad will democratize mobility. It is a means of transport that should be open to all people. Not only because it is profitable, no, but because it opens up people's eyes to the world.
I hope you don't mind if I go into competition with your station.
Oh, with such delicate little things, I just can't say no. Let me show you how it's done.
When I tell people about my plans for the railroad, they only see the problems. Laying the tracks, maintenance costs, labor costs, as if a fleet of stagecoaches were cheaper. And don't tell me these mountains of raw materials are supposed to be transported by horses.
Oh no, it looks like one of your trains has a problem.
This bandit cannot hide from me forever.
Thank you for letting me have your staff, sweetheart. Doesn't my new factory look simply marvelous? My spy informed me that you need to urgently clean up your research department. Those secret construction plans are lying all over the place. Don't worry. Your employees won't miss a thing with me. Promise.
When trains stand still, they lose your money. And I think that's a good thing.
Don't worry. Your employees won't miss a thing with me. Promise.
You can assign specially designed cars to a train once you have researched them. They improve a train's properties, but reduce the number of freight cars the train can pull.
What are you going to do with that? You really should pay more attention to your money. You understand your craft, I must admit. I hope that we will fight over land and rails for a long time to come.
Why are you getting in my way again?
My spy brought me a real treat from your research department. You really should pay more attention to the maintenance of your locomotives.
Hey, there's finally something going on in this city, don't you think? I'm getting closer and closer to you.
For my friends on the East Coast, the Great Lakes are a long way away, and many of them never want to go there. This is because they have only just arrived in the New World. But think about their children.
That was Nolan's
They
breathing.
won't want to spend their entire lives on the East Coast when a vast land of unimaginable possibilities lies before them.
A little investment in your company's stocks can't harm anyone, can it?
When trains stand still, they lose your money. And I think that's a good thing.
If you own enough shares in your competitor, you can merge with them and incorporate their routes and buildings with yours. Your competitor will then be out of business for good. Well done. You now possess your first block of shares in a competitor.
I wanted to tell you, I got something for you. Nobody buys my shares and gets away with it. Just remember that.
'76. Got 4 years left.
I'm gonna take your business apart. When trains stand still, they lose your money. And I think that's a good thing. This bandit caused a lot of damage, right?
As a child, I already had a wooden train set. You too? Or do you still have it?
Baltimore is growing and thriving. That is mainly thanks to the railroad that you built. Well done.
You don't look so dangerous to me with this train.
So I want here. You know what? Let's look at Taylor. Oh, we already have a Taylor here. Pittsburgh's already weaving. Let's do a brewery, fuck it.
Excuse me, but could you keep out of this? You're driving the price up.
Oh, poor baby.
Do you want to scare me with this station?
Congratulations. You're doing some excellent work, and your company has greatly increased in value, just as I had hoped it would.
What are you going to do with that? You really should pay more attention to your money.
Haven't you noticed there's no industry here yet?
Baltimore is prospering. The upswing can be felt along the entire...
The trust in new technology and the art of the adventurous railroaders paid off. Within a few years, a patchy network of short railroad lines stretched from the coast to the Great Lakes, bringing new wealth and a period of dynamic change. Soon the first dreamers entered the scene, calling for a gigantic railroad link from the Atlantic to the Pacific, the so-called Transcontinental Railroad. But how is the most enormous project of the century to be funded and executed when the first step had only just been taken?
I did an evaluation of the contenders, and I am the best choice. Let's go. Time is money.
The economic upswing allowed the railroad to grow steadily, and as settlements suddenly appeared on the timetables, which until now had been in the middle of nowhere, the country had grown closer. Soon, entrepreneurial vanities and greed fueled the railroad tycoons' first rivalries for lucrative routes and connections. Meanwhile, the Mississippi formed a border between the vibrant centers in the east on the one side and the untapped settlements and new markets in the west on the other. Yet technological innovation, unbroken pioneering spirit, and a good nose for business would soon bring down this barrier as well and drive the triumphant procession of the railroad on unimpeded.
So, you're the crazy one who wants to build the transcontinental route. You are aware that there have already been many dreamers who have all failed spectacularly, and you think that that won't be the case for you. Oh, I don't want to destroy your dreams, of course. Give it a try. My name is Cornelius Vanderbilt. The Cornelius Vanderbilt. I'm sure you've heard of me. I'm not so optimistic about the future of the railroad and prefer to invest in waterways, but you never know. So I'm interested in what goals you are pursuing.
Ah, my dear, are we competing with each other again? That is a nice surprise. Things might not have gone so well for me last time, but I've got more up my sleeve this time. Some people with money find it difficult to resist me, if you follow my meaning. So, good luck, even if you're not going to have much of that.
Top hat and tails suit you, but I'm happy I don't have to wear such things. I'm sure we'll have lots of fun, but you need to be cautious of the nice lady, otherwise she'll just roll you over. But if we work together, luck will be on our side. You're constantly expanding your business, huh?
So, you're the crazy one who wants to build the transcontinental route. You are aware that there have already been many dreamers who have all failed spectacularly, and you think that that won't be the case for you. Oh, I don't want to destroy your dreams, of course. Give it a try. My name is Cornelius Vanderbilt. The Cornelius Vanderbilt. I'm sure you've heard of me. I'm not so optimistic about the future of the railroad and prefer to invest in waterways. But you never know. So I'm interested in what goals you are pursuing.
Ah, my dear, are we competing with each other again? That is a nice surprise. Things might not have gone so well for me last time, but I've got more up my sleeve this time. Some people with money find it difficult to resist me, if you follow my meaning. So, good luck, even if you're not going to have much of that. It's worth reconsidering that decision.
Top hat and tails suit you, but I'm happy I don't have to wear such things. I'm sure we'll have lots of fun, but you need to be cautious of the nice lady, otherwise she'll just roll you over. But if we work together, luck will be on our side.
I heard your target is Omaha. You can forget that. Or is the train supposed to fly over the Mississippi? Negotiations over a bridge are ongoing, but that's a long story. Sure, the network is somewhat patchy in the east, and you could take care of Toledo and the other cities first. But is it really worth establishing a network there?
This darn technology throws a wrench in the works too often, doesn't it? Are you sure you're not biting off a little bit more than you can chew?
Don't worry about it. Who's interested in what the tabloids say, right?
Oh no, what bad luck.
Oh, this new locomotive looks adventurous. Thank you for letting me have your staff, sweetheart.
You do know that the two rails have to run parallel to each other, right? Looks pretty amateurish to me.
Excuse me, but could you keep out of this? You're driving the price up.
I wanted to help you reduce your monthly labor costs.
Let me show you how it's done.
If you carry on at this pace, I could just walk instead of taking the train.
Woo! Is your new locomotive as quick as it looks?
It's probably just another one of your little mistakes, but could it be that you just placed a bid? Oh, don't make such a fuss. A bit of bad press never hurt anyone.
I must admit the results speak for themselves. This rail network is impressive. I started out with a little sailboat. I used this to ferry passengers and goods between Staten Island and Manhattan. That's how I built my reputation, and yes, that's also how I got my title Commodore. I was 16 years old at the time.
Look at it like this. At least you're in the paper. And with a photo, too.
When I first started out, nobody took me seriously. Cornelius, whose family of Dutch farmers emigrated to America, but I showed them all.
You're constantly expanding your business, huh?
My spy brought me a real treat from your research department.
I see you've managed to expand your rail network in the East. That's more than I expected of you. I hear the bridge over the Mississippi has been approved. However, the Mississippi is a land border, and we must respect it. Constructing a bridge over it might be doable, but it's a huge amount of work. Otherwise, you'd have to supply the construction site at Rock Island with materials and build another line there just for that. That's really not worth it. The Transcontinental Railroad is a nice dream, but you always wake up, and so will you.
Yeah, keep on dreaming. There's absolutely no reason not to have a dream. So don't let them tell you what to do. Quarreling among the workforce. I had that problem once. Hey, are you a bit slow? I have already bid. A little competition creates business, so my new station won't do any harm.
A little bit of cheating adds spice to our little game.
Steamers are so much more pleasant than the railroad. The gentle rolling of the waves instead of being bumped around, strolling on deck instead of squeezing through the cars.
Oh, these business people with their oh-so-great demeanors. He never stops yapping, right? Strolling on deck, my eye. The last time I was on such a boat, the floor nearly gave way beneath my feet. My spy brought me a real treat from your research department. Don't worry. Your employees won't miss a thing with me. Promise. A little competition creates business, so my new station won't do any harm. A little competition creates business, so my new station won't do any harm. Another station in this city really wasn't necessary. I just cannot say no to a good investment opportunity. Say, are you a bit slow? I have already bid. Don't worry about it. Who's interested in what the tabloids say, right? An exquisite investment opportunity that I'm not going to waste.
Look, one of your trains is broken down.
Oh, with such delicate little things, I just can't say no.
This darn technology throws a wrench in the works too often, doesn't it?
Come on, budge your station over a bit. There's enough space here for the two of us. Come on, budge your station over a bit. There's enough space here for the two of us. What can I do if your employees can't resist my candy? Excuse me, but could you keep out of this? You're driving the price up. My spy informed me that you need to urgently clean up your research department. Those secret construction plans are lying all over the place.
Believe me, your money is well invested with me.
Oh no, it looks like one of your trains has a problem. Oh, with such delicate little things, I just can't say no. Excuse me, but could you keep out of this? You're driving the price up. My spy informed me that you need to urgently clean up your research department. Those secret construction plans are lying all over the place.
Admittedly, I do it reluctantly, but I must congratulate you. You succeeded in delivering the material for the bridge, and now it's finished. The Mississippi has been conquered. You can advance deeper into the West.
Have I told you already that I was up to nothing but adventures as a young woman? I was intrigued by anything new. And at the age of 17, everything is new, you know that. So I began experimenting. My spy informed me that you need to urgently clean up your research department. Those secret construction plans are lying all over the place.
If I have learned anything in my life, it's that you have to expect the worst. And now it has happened. What you're building there is a transcontinental disgrace.
Your new locomotive looks like a real winner.
Oh dear, there seems to be a little problem with one of your locomotives. My spy informed me that you need to urgently clean up your research department. Those secret construction plans are lying all over the place.
A train robbery? I'm sure this can be sold as an adventure tour. Ha! There's space for my station here.
Come on, budge your station over a bit. There's enough space here for the two of us. I got to know a young woman, Marion. She earned her money in a way that is frowned upon by many people. And that's exactly what appealed to me. As soon as I got the chance, I gave it a try. Don't worry. Your employees won't miss a thing with me. Promise. Doesn't my new factory look simply marvelous? A little competition creates business, so my new station won't do any harm. Let me show you how it's done. You really should pay more attention to the maintenance of your locomotives. You unbelievable rascal! Excuse me, but could you keep out of this? You're driving the price up. Tell your lackeys to leave my employees alone. You might find a man with a dubious reputation and bad intentions coming your way soon. Yes, let's not beat around the bush, my dear. I worked in a certain establishment. Not any old establishment, but the best in Chicago. And no, you wouldn't have been able to afford it. Get your filthy little hands off my staff! Yes, I sent the saboteur, but how could I know you don't have any security guards? Ah, it's great that I discovered this construction site right in front of you. Or are you missing the necessary change? Oh, looks like someone is having a bit of a problem with the reliability of their locomotives.
You can certainly make good use of that.
Finally, the people of this city are no longer dependent on your slow train, but now also have access to my exquisite trains. I didn't only do my job the best I could, I also befriended the boss. She taught me everything there was to know about the business, but then something unexpected happened to her. She fell in love with a cowboy of all people, and then she moved to the West with him.
Ha! There's space for my station here.
Oh, no, my dear. I'm afraid I've just sent a saboteur your way. Yes, I sent the saboteur, but how could I know you don't have any security guards?
Look, one of your trains is broken down.
I invested my money in your competitor.
With the overcoming of the Mississippi, the door to the Great Plains opened and the border of the wilderness was pushed back farther and farther west. Civilization, along with everything that goes with it, found its way to the places where the railroads stopped regularly. In 1861, scouts had finally found a route to realize a complete railroad connection from east to west. The vision of a transcontinental railroad, previously viewed with skepticism, now seemed to be within touching distance. But a conflict had been brewing for many years in the southeast, which now threatened to engulf the entire nation in a wildfire.
Let's go. Time is money.
In recent years, the tensions between the northern and southern states have been steadily increasing. A deep rift ran along economical, political, and ideological divides, right through the still young nation. The tone in both camps became increasingly bitter and drew a gloomy picture in which a greedy, cold-hearted North opposed a lazy, vicious South. The Union was on the brink of civil war. All eyes were on the events of the coming months.
My name is Jay Cook. I'm delighted to finally meet you. Now, I'm afraid there's a war ahead, a dispute we cannot escape. I will help President Lincoln to save the Union, and I have a very important strategic role in mind for you. I am firmly convinced that Lincoln will put a quick end to the conflict between the northern and southern states. But we must be prepared for everything. So, you must take your tasks very seriously. First of all, the Southerners need to realize that it would be wrong to bring the Union into question. For this reason, you should tend to Louisville and construct a weapons factory there. In this way, we'll have a good support near the border if the worst comes to the worst.